All right, so I'm super excited. Our next guest is Amillion the Poet, a Delaware native. Hi, Amillion, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Or should I say Amillion the Poet? Do I have to say it all together?
Amillion,
Amillion.
tomato.
All right, Amillion the Poet,
Yes,
indeed.
ma'am.
How are you today, brother?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here. How you doing?
Awesome, blessed and highly favored.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Indeed. Listen, you have so many amazing things going on for you right now. But before we even dig into all of that, you're originally from Dover, correct?
I was actually originally born in Washington, D.C.
Well, look at that. Okay.
But I came here so early. You know, it's kind of like a father. Fathers who raises a child, not who has it. So
Yeah.
Delaware's on.
Well, all right. That's exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get started into poetry, rap?
Just always had a way with words before I actually knew that's what it was. They said I was rhyming without,
Yeah.
you know, even trying to. So I always tell people like my life never rhymed, but I made it poetry. So
I like that.
it was real natural, you know, just using my way with words. But I would say it started for me around like maybe 13 when I knew it was for real.
Okay.
I did like some little, you know, you scram your little
Yes.
homework assignment. Oh, you gotta do a poem. And I did something real fast. I was late to class. I turned it in, I thought I got in trouble. And they brought the principal in. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
And then next thing you know, I won a scholarship and everything.
That's
And,
amazing.
You know, fast forward, we right here.
That's so awesome. Listen, so I know during COVID, you came out with, first off, you have lots of music out there. And if anybody has ever looked on YouTube, listen, videos, all of that. Even when you go and Google, I like how, and I do this sometimes, whenever I have a song I really like, I might Google to try and see the lyrics. All your, like, you got lyrics posted and everything. You're super
ma'am.
official and legit. I love it.
I appreciate that.
You recently got a deal with iHeart.
Yeah.
Tell me a little more.
Yeah, it's so fresh and new. It hasn't even been 3 weeks.
Wow.
So I'm still processing it. But basically, I kind of stumbled upon it, to be honest with you. I was actually going out there as an executive. I also have a new record label, 1&8 Records.
Nice. Okay.
So it was just, you know, I feel like we're blessed to be blessing. So I want to help other Delaware artists and international artists kind of bridge the gap.
Okay.
So long story short, I went to take one of my artists out there to get some, you know, media training, the whole nine. They ended up hearing my voice. I was sitting in the back. They was like, hold on, you're not just an executive. Who are you? So I told him, and he just presented the idea, have you ever thought about radio? And, you know, I'm talking all the time. So I'm like, no, I don't like talking for no reason. You know, he said, no, just think about it as your own station. And when the business came about, it was a partnership. So
Wow.
big salute to WDRB, big salute to iHeartRadio for that deal, man. It was a blessing.
That's so awesome. So tell me, with this new platform that you have, how is it that you look to use your voice? Because everybody has something to say,
Yeah.
but if you listen to the poetry in your music, you have something very specific to say. And for me, and what I've been able to digest, it's a form of encouragement.
I appreciate that.
You know, even the song you had about quarantine,
Okay,
COVID.
okay, you doing your research, okay.
Listen,
Okay.
I love music first and foremost.
Okay.
Music to me is just what feelings sound like. So
Yes,
during quarantine, I feel like we all digested a bunch of music. So you had a song out and you actually put a video to it as well. I was like, okay, all right, this knocks. I like this. Listen to it in the
appreciate
car and
that.
everything. But you have something to say. So with this new platform, tell me what kinds of things can we look forward to hearing you say?
Kind of like what me and you are doing. I looked at this as the lines between my poetry and my books.
Yeah.
The lines in between my music and my shows. This is the conversation, and now people get the why.
Yeah.
You know, so I looked at it like that. Now I get to, you know, kind of tell them what was inspiring instead of them just jamming. Now I get to put the conversation in between.
Context to it, definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And the other big part of that is it's much bigger than me. I
Yeah.
really know how hard it is to get your voice heard from a small place like Delaware. But through my tours and through my different moves that I made, I wanted to be able to be a platform too.
That's
So
so
that's the
awesome.
other big thing. It's not really just about me and my artists. It's about our state, and it's about everybody else that has a voice that hasn't been heard.
Indeed. Listen, right now is such a prime time for the state of Delaware,
Yes, ma'am.
for all of us who are from here, and then people of color, and then you merge it all together with you being a man of color, and you know you're repping the state of Delaware. That is so amazing. That representation alone, it just crosses barriers. So I think that's really awesome. You have something else going on. Tell me a little about Forbes for the culture.
Oh man, you're gonna have them thinking I'm a millionaire already.
Listen, you are that
Forbes,
guy. You are that guy. So.
The thing I love about that, even though Forbes is this big brand, I like that it was about how I use my entertainment to affect the community. So that's what was big, because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even gonna tell them to release that press release. Because it just comes with a lot of things that you don't understand sometimes. I'm sure. It comes with that, you know. But definitely, it was an honor. Big salute to Forbes for the culture. It was about more than entertainment. It's about how you was affecting your community. And I feel like that's what success is always about. It's not just the amount of money you have, it's how many people you bless.
Indeed. How are you truly giving back to your community?
Exactly. So I'm big on that. And the more I get, the more I'm going to give.
Indeed. So tell me this. That's really, and this is what was on my mind, but a great segue into it. So you're originally from DC, but you grew up in Dover.
Yeah, definitely. Dover.
Your time spent in Dover, how did that influence your poetry through rap?
Oh, most definitely. Well, I mean, just Delaware, period, but especially Dover. Like, that just holds the key to my heart, only because it was where I found my voice. I was originally a Delaware Basketball Player of the Year.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
Let
ma'am.
me find out.
And when my daughter was born, that's when I forgo my contract, because my father didn't happen to be in my life as much as he wanted to. So I always knew I was going to be a hands-on. I knew I was going to use my voice, but I thought I was going to use my basketball following. And instead, he wanted me to do the humble route. So what Dover did was it let me know that I had a voice, because once I once I became proud of my name and my voice, it was like, oh, now I'm going to let you know. So like I said, it's bigger than me now, but Dover did all that for me. It set that home base. You know, before it was overseas, before it was West Coast, I literally went from Dover to Slower Lower to the beach, all the way up here in Wilmington. I always made sure I hit every part and use it as a microcosm.
That's so awesome. You know, so I'm originally from Delaware, but I have moved around to different places, and I've always been, well, I'm not a kid anymore, but I was always that kid, you know, people, where are you from? Where are you from? And I would always, I'm from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. Proudly, you know, and I get all the jokes, Delaware, you know, but I've always represented where I'm from. I've always stood tall and proud. So it's funny how we always think that our path might be in one direction, but as you continue to elevate throughout maturity, you kind of see how things take on a path of their own, but then brings you full circle right back to where you always were meant to be, you know?
It really did go full circle.
So even though you didn't take the path of basketball, but you knew that you had a voice that you had to use, you still came full circle back into using that voice in such a larger way.
You said it exactly. Like, I went over, they was like, why would you leave this overseas basketball contract? And now we done been around the world 3 times.
Look at that.
You know, so you said a man of the culture. I'm also a father first, but a man of God, so I just trust his vision. Whatever he got for me, I don't even question it.
You can listen, you can't. Because what's the saying? Man makes plans and God laughs?
Laughs at him.
Listen.
He done laughed at me a few times.
Okay. Listen, I still have some plans of my own, and he'd be like, yeah, indeed. Well, speaking of plans, tell me, what new projects do you have upcoming?
Oh, man, we outside now, basically.
Hey, we outside.
So we outside.
Yes.
So I got a special project. I'm gonna leak it here exclusively. It's called Island Flow.
Island Flow.
I just came back from St. Thomas. I'm going to be one of the first hip hop artists to do their carnival. I was invited back. So as soon as this world opened up, I went from the quarantine to Canada and St. Thomas. So I want to kind of give that vibe. Everywhere I go, I like to show Delaware and the world how it inspired me. So I'm going to be working with different international artists from that island and from different islands. It was St. Croix, St. Thomas, you know, so that's going to be the next project. And I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds awesome. Bring some island beat to it.
Yeah.
Have everybody moving a little bit.
Love diversity.
Definitely.
Love diversity.
And listen, that's a buzzword right now, diversity and inclusion.
Yes,
so to be able to cross the borders and bring some different influences into your music, I think that'll do some really big things for you.
It's going to be a nice vibe.
Yeah, most definitely. Do you have anything else that's upcoming you'd like to tell us about?
Well, here, I mean, representing Delaware, we have a big healing Healing Over Bullies and Bullets event. The mayor,
Okay, yes.
he just now, they embarked upon, the pastor, they reached out to me probably about a week ago, and that's gonna be, oh man, we're gonna have to put a little caption while I'm doing this, because I don't wanna mess up. I wanna say the 7th.
Okay, all right.
But please, if we'll get that date
Most
on
definitely.
there.
So
but that's free
we have
to the
some
public.
information up for you, so you can take a look and be able to attend.
Definitely. That and the Mill Summit. The
Yes,
Mill
I was
Summit
going to
will be
ask
the-
you
the
next
second.
about the Mill Summit.
Yes,
Indeed.
man. That'll be August 2nd. Big salute to Nudie and them for bringing me on for that. I'm looking
New
forward
Diddy
to that.
runs the city.
Right.
That's my
New
guy.
Diddy,
What up,
yes,
New
sir. Yes.
Yeah. So listen, that's super awesome. You're going to do a virtual panel with them, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you could share with us about it, or?
They just want to get to see the business side. Everyone, the artist side has allowed me to be in this seat and allowed me to have the iHeart deal, but I'm ready to show them the executive side. I also work with a lot of youth, but the executive side allows me to help, brands and other, like I said, artists from the area.
That's really awesome.
So I'm just looking forward to that, showing the business side, because
Yeah.
in the entertainment business, actually technically it's 75% business.
Business, indeed.
You know.
Indeed, people need to know that. And it's
ma'am.
funny because you hear about different artists having challenges with their contracts and other business aspects. And that's where you have to understand it's all about the business.
All
As we get ready to handle some more business, I truly just want to appreciate you for sharing
Man, I
some time with me
appreciate you
today.
too. I
Thank you
really
so
do.
much.
Really
It's
do.
so awesome to have and I'm calling you a Delaware native,
Let's
sitting
go.
on the couch and doing
Definitely.
such big things. So, and keeping your community at heart. That's really important. So I truly appreciate you.